Yo, it's your boy Logos, and I didn't plan on recording today, but I experienced something that only exemplifies or illustrates what Ram and I always talk about: marry before you carry. Marry somebody, understand them, understand their family, build up that relationship before you have children. And I understand that it's not guaranteed that it will last forever. Nothing in life is guaranteed, except taxes, death, and change. But the whole idea of establishing a relationship before you go to this next step of having children, which is something you can't get out of unless one of you die, is very, very important. And today, when I was doing some work on my car, filling up the tires on it, another group of people pulled up. It was two women, young women, and they had a child. And these women were trying to fill air in their cars, well, one of the cars. And I guess one of them really didn't know what they were doing. Neither one of them really ever filled up a tire before in their life. And they accidentally put no air in the tires. To be honest, they flattened the tires. So they had no option to drive off to another place or move to another spot to try a different air pump. They were just stuck right there. And to be honest with you, I really like, you could think I'm a bad person. It is where it is. I'm just being honest. I really didn't want to help them when they first asked because I was already there for like 15 minutes trying to get my stuff straight. So spend another 15 minutes, possibly more, to help these other people that I didn't know could be shady. It could be a setup. You can't trust everybody or anybody nowadays unless you know them personally. So I really didn't want to do it. But I looked inside the car from where I was at, and through the tent, I could see a young baby. And when I mean young, I mean fresh out. Like open his eyes within the past 3 months. He was that young. And I don't know if there was a car seat in there. I didn't gaze into the car that long to actually, get into their business. But when I saw the baby, he was in the front seat within the mother's arms. So hopefully, best case scenario, he took him out of the car seat after they tried to do the air stuff. But to be honest with you, and seeing that happen, I didn't see a car seat, but it is what it is. Maybe if she had a bad relationship with her family, or the child's father, maybe that type of stuff could be allocated. But I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. Either way, I helped them fill up the air in the tires. I got them along. I tried to explain to them why the air pump wasn't working the way they thought it was supposed to be working and why they end up having a flat tire. And as I'm doing this, both of them literally say, it's a good thing he said yes, and you need to pay attention to what you're doing because if you don't next time, or if he wasn't here this time, we would be stuck. And I just popped in my head like, damn, what situation, what came about over the past 12 months where you have like a newborn baby and you have nobody that you could call to make sure you're not stranded at a gas station? And of course, this is within the city. So it's not like she's on the interstate in the middle of nowhere and she's gonna be trapped for hours. Either way, the whole idea you don't have like somebody else that care about you or the child enough that you could call them to help you out in this situation is pretty damn sad. And that's part of the reason why Bam and myself always say marry before you carry. Because if at least if you marry this person, even after a divorce, you at least have a relationship with their family, with that person. They could at least probably at least they'll give more of a shit enough compared to a guy that you just, hooked up with and got you pregnant. Some women, they are pregnant longer than the amount of time they're in a relationship with the guy that got them pregnant. And that's pretty damn crazy if you ask me. So even though that guy is a piece of shit for not helping you out, I'm not surprised by him not helping you out. Because y'all couldn't even get to a point where you actually genuinely care about each other. Most of the time it's about sex, and then feelings get involved because of the sex, but you're not really built for each other, if you know what I mean. Personality wise, value wise, maturity. It could be on one side, could on both sides. It really don't matter. The whole point is taking things slow, not just doing things for the sake of it. I know how good sex feels. I think most people does, or most people do. So it's not like we don't understand like why you don't want to, take precautions to make sure you don't get pregnant. We all know how good that stuff. But the long term consequences is what matters. That's all I'm saying. That's what Rand be saying. And honestly, that's what a lot of guys be saying nowadays too, and it need to be said. Because at a certain point, we all know, we all see it. If these women don't end up working out with the guy that got them pregnant, they're gonna end up moving on to another guy. And it may be a piece of shit, it may be a good guy. If it's a good guy, he may be less inclined to want to be a stepfather. I don't blame him because I would be in the same thought too. Unless it's a situation where the woman is very grateful, very cooperative, very kind, very feminine, very nice. It's hard for me to actually take you serious. I understand that could upset some people, but I'm not gonna lie to you for the sake of you liking me. It is what it is. This isn't about you, I don't know, always agreeing with what my stance is or you liking me as a person. This is about consequences that we all see and innocent people suffer from, like that baby. He didn't ask me to be born in this situation. And let me emphasize this again. I'm only saying the stuff I'm saying from all the information within a very small, short context of time. But everything that she said, everything her friend said, the interaction, these are why I'm saying things that I am saying. Hopefully, these things I'm saying aren't actually the case, but if it, even if it's not the case for her, it's damn sure the case for other people. It's not just this girl and this one situation that have to deal with people that don't want to support her. I hear it all the time online. I see it in person. I see it through interactions, whether people I know or people I know who know somebody else. It's it's an obvious thing, and it's nothing that's hidden. At this point, it's almost like glorified. Like you really don't like. I can do bad all by myself. That whole attitude is very sad and sick. If you shouldn't want to have to do everything by. After a certain point, a lot of these women that try to make it some type of badge of honor really do admit after a certain amount of time that it sucks. They hate it. It's hard. And I don't blame them for saying that, which is why I say protect yourself. You can't guarantee what this man gonna do or somebody else gonna do, especially if you're not legally tied together. If he's not willing to get down on one knee and marry you and officially say, I'm yours, you're mine, why do you feel like it's no big deal to pass on and share your DNA with him and create life? I'll say it once, I've said it 1,000 times. The whole idea that marriage is too deep of a commitment, but somehow having a baby isn't is so warped and illogical to me. It's I can barely put it into words. It's just warped and illogical. From every angle, it makes no sense. But a lot of these women really do be struggling with these situations, and I do feel bad for them. But at the same time, you did it to yourself, and everybody's trying to make their way out of some situation. Everybody is struggling in one situation or another, suffering, pain, or just trying to overcome some type of challenge is universal. Even if you see somebody else in a better situation or a worse situation, they're going through something. They may not show it, they may not say it, depending on their personality. For men, it may be stoicism, it might be pride, it might be a lot of different things. Either way, people are going to push it down to try to get through the next day. Take it one day at a time. The whole idea of people not taking serious, I don't know, thought with their actions and then hoping other people could come and swoop in and save them, it's just not really gonna happen. It may happen, but if you ask me, I wouldn't bet on it. How long do you want to struggle with that child or whatever situation you may be in until somebody can swoop in and save you like you want them to? Do you really want to bet on that? I wouldn't. That's all I'm saying. Maybe before you carry, I understand having sex. Trust me, just wrap it up. Plan B. Live in the age with medicine where you can really control yourself or control your ability to have kids. So why not use it? And no, I don't consider abortion a form of birth control. I think that's pretty fucked up. If you know you're gonna keep having sex, if you know you don't want to, wrap it up, if you know you don't want to pull out or have the guy pull out, just get on birth control. Don't be getting consecutive abortions. You're hurting your own body, not to mention, you know, the potential child. Okay? Don't go deep into that because people are gonna get all defensive, but just protect yourself. There's really no gain from going that route. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. I understand that I made a short experience a bigger, I don't know, deal, I guess. But my whole point is this isn't just her. I would say many, many, many women go through similar situations if what I think, what I heard is true. And it's pretty It's pretty sad, but like I said, you do it to yourself, and I just hope you can learn from it now. Or before you even get in that situation, you think about it and not do it. That's all I'm saying. But you live your life and you suffer the consequences of your choices. That's for all of us. So it is what it is. It's your boy Logos. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.